Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ihtirozun. Here I want to present my presentation entitled Tsuroyya Star, a Sign of Pandemic End, Critical Study of the End of Pandemic from Hadith and Astronomical Perspective. At the beginning of 2020, the world is shocked by incident that we call as COVID-19. According to the WHO weekly data released in the last 7 days to November 3, 2020, WHO recorded more than 3 million new cases in the world. In Indonesia, up to 3 November 2020, there were a total of more of 400,000 cases with accumulated more than 13,000 people. It makes a various response in the public. Some of them don't really care, but there are also those who are so serious about following development. They came the prediction of the end of this COVID-19 pandemic. There are 4 predictions that arise regarding when the COVID pandemic will end. First, October 2020. Second, between 9 March until 7 September 2021. Third, between 28 August till 23 September 2020. And fourth, COVID-19 will be end if the time of Tsuroyya start rising. The research that we will take up here is to examine the recent issues regarding the prediction of the COVID-19 marked by the rising of the Tsuroyya star. The author examines with a combination of library research and field research with a practical analysis approach. Library research was conducted by author to see the context of understanding the end of a pandemic from a perspective of the Hadith and Hadith explanation with a critical analysis approach. The writer will comprehensively look at the text of the Hadith and the context in which these Hadiths were derived. Meanwhile, the author used field research to verify the truth of the end of pandemic seen from the rising of the Tsuroyya star. Is it true that when Tsuroyya star rises, the pandemic will end or not? In astronomical view, Tsuroyya star is called Pleiades star. Pleiades star, also known as a Seven Sister. Due to their high visibility, the star receives a special place in many Asian culture. Until now, Tsuroyya star, or we call as Bintang Tsuroyya or Pleiades star, used as a prediction of end of pandemic 19. This began from the various understanding in Hadith. Some of the Hadith is إذا ارتفع النجم رفعت العاهة عن أهل كل بلد. Then إذا طلع النجم صباح رفعت العاهة عن أهل كل بلد. ما طلع النجم قط في الأرض من العاهة شيء إلا رفعه. First, from the Hadith about Najm, Muhammad Zakaria al-Madani in the book Awjaz al-Masalik made it clear that what is meant by Najm here is a Najm Tsuroyya. And then about Sobah, Zakaria al-Madani explained that what is meant by Sobah here is a dawn, or the dawn of Sadiq, or we call as Fajar Sadiq. And about Al-Aha, Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi in Sharh Muskil al-Athar said that what is meant by Aha in this context is past the attack plant or fruit during the season and will end in summer. Arab in this case of mark the beginning of summer as sign of the end of past infestation with the phenomenon of the rising star of Tsuroyya. So Aha doesn't attack a human. from this, and then from the verification of the end of pandemic prediction with Tsuroyya star, Tsuroyya star will rise at June 15, 2020. By verification with the real observation, we know at the 15 June 2020, Tsuroyya star was raised. But till now, the COVID-19 still there in Indonesia, either in the world. So from this paper and in this short presentation, we can conclude that based on the above explanation, it can be concluded the prediction of the end of COVID-19 pandemic with the indicator of the rising of the Tsuroyya star can be justified from both hadith and astronomical perspective. From the perspective of the hadith, the meaning of the word aha, which is widely quoted, doesn't refer to a pandemic that afflict a human. Aha is more accurately interpreted as a pest that attack fruit. As for the astronomical approach, the appearance of the Tsuroyya star is predicted on June 15, 2020. And after field verification, the Tsuroyya star has indeed been published, but the COVID-19 pandemic is still not over. This proves that the predicting the end of the COVID-19 pandemic with an indicator of rising Tsuroyya star is incorrect. This is for my presentation because time is limited. I think enough. And then, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.